introducing her opponent, fighting out of the red corner. She is a striker, holding a professional record, 7 wins, 3 losses, getting 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighing in at 136 pounds, 61.7 kilos, fighting out of Miami, Florida, USA, by way of Bahia, Brazil, Amanda, the Lioness, Nunes.
Oh, Nunes! She hurt her! Oh! Cyborg's hurt!
She's hurt bad! Nunes said she could knock her out. We're seeing that now it's real.
Oh! She's hurt
Amanda Nunes! She's still got her down.
She's got nearly out on her feet! Oh! Amanda
She did it! She did it!
Cris Cyborg out cold! No!
She did it!
Oh! Amanda Nunes has turned the best martial arts world on
And she was too fast.
This Brazilian girl, Amanda Nunes, is the biggest threat to Dakota Ditcheva. While the combat sports world celebrates Dakota Ditcheva's perfect 15-0 record and her historic PFL championship run, it's important to remember one thing. Dakota's rise happened at a time when Amanda Nunes was retired. With the greatest female fighter of all time out of the picture, the path was clearer, and Dakota's career was, in many ways, safe from the ultimate test. But now, a storm is brewing on the horizon. The Brazilian legend who rewrote the rulebook on dominance has officially ended her retirement. Amanda Nunes is back, and with her return, Dakota Ditcheva's undefeated run, and possibly her entire career trajectory, is suddenly in serious danger. If their paths collide, it could change everything.
Do I think Amanda Nunes fights again? You just said yes.
And question for Taila. There we go.
On June 5, 2025, the MMA world stopped. Amanda Nunes, after 2 years in retirement, announced her comeback. But this isn't just any fighter returning. This is the woman who held 2 UFC championships simultaneously, defended titles across 2 divisions while holding both, and retired as the only multi-division champion in UFC history.
I just want to fight again. I decided to come back for something that I really enjoy to be in. Honestly, that's why I left for 2 years, because I don't want to be burned out. I got the rest that I need and everything.
Let me put this in perspective. Nunes has an 88.9% win rate in the UFC, one of the highest in the organization's history. She's scheduled to fight for the Bantamweight Championship against Kayla Harrison on January 24, 2026 at UFC 324. But here's where it gets interesting for Dakota Ditcheva. Nunes fights at Bantamweight, 135 pounds. Ditcheva, she's the flyweight queen at 125 pounds. That's just one weight class difference. In MMA, that's close enough to make a super fight very, very real. But why should Ditcheva be concerned? Let's break down the threat level. Amanda Nunes doesn't just beat opponents, she erases legacies. Let me list the names she's conquered. Ronda Rousey, finished in 48 seconds. Cris Cyborg, knocked out in 51 seconds. Holm, knocked out in round 1. Valentina Shevchenko, beaten twice. Miesha Tate, Germaine de Randamie, twice. Juliana Pena, and Raquel Pennington. That's 8 current or former UFC champions she's defeated. 8. She holds the record for most knockouts in UFC women's history with 7. She has the most consecutive wins in UFC women's history at 12 straight, and she holds the longest combined title reign of all time at 3,940 days. But here's what should terrify any opponent. Nunes has never been dominated. Her 5 losses? Early in her career, she's evolved into an entirely different beast. Since 2016, when she won her first title, she's only lost once, a submission to Juliana Pena, which she immediately avenged in dominant fashion. Ditcheva is undefeated, yes, but she's never faced anyone remotely close to Amanda Nunes' caliber. Now let's talk about fighting styles, because this is where things get really interesting. Dakota Ditcheva is a striker. She's got 12 knockout wins out of 15 fights. Her Muay Thai background makes her dangerous with knees and kicks. She's fast, technical, and at 26 years old, she's in her prime. But Amanda Nunes, she's a complete fighter. Black belt in Brazilian jiu-jitsu, brown belt in judo, world-class boxing, and devastating power. She doesn't have a weakness. Standing up, she's knocked out the most feared strikers in the sport. On the ground, she's submitted elite weight champion at 145 pounds. The size difference that might protect Ditcheva, Nunes has already proven she can move between weight classes and dominate. Ditcheva's striking might be elite, but Nunes has stood across from Cris Cyborg, one of the most feared punchers ever, and knocked her out cold. She faced Valentina Shevchenko, one of the most technical strikers in MMA, and beat her twice. The question isn't if Nunes could match Ditcheva's striking, it's whether Ditcheva could survive Nunes's power and experience.
The planet right now, fantastic strikers, veterans, future legends of the game here.
For sure.
Taila
Santos is in big trouble. She's in big trouble. Dakota Ditcheva to the body again for a championship.
Let's address the elephant in the room: experience. Dakota Ditcheva has 15 professional fights. Amanda Nunes has 28. Ditcheva has won a PFL tournament, an incredible achievement, but Nunes has defended UFC titles 8 times across 2 divisions. Ditcheva has never been to a decision loss, never been submitted, never been knocked out. That's because she's never faced someone who could do that to her. Nunes has been in 5-round wars. She's fought through adversity. She's been hurt and came back to win. She's experienced every possible scenario in a fight. In June 2023, Nunes retired as champion, undefeated in her final run. She's been training, staying sharp, and now she's coming back hungrier than ever. But age hasn't slowed down fighters like Daniel Cormier or Randy Couture, and Nunes might be even more dangerous with the wisdom she's gained. Ditcheva is young, hungry, and talented, but Nunes is the final boss, the ultimate test that nobody has passed in their prime. So could we actually see this fight? Here's the reality. If Nunes beats Kayla Harrison and reclaims the bantamweight title, she becomes a 2-time 2-division champion for the 2nd time.
She's got it. Just showing another skill.
It's a wrap.
Megan's gonna tap.
It's a wrap. Or she's gonna go to sleep. There's the tap. Amanda Nunes.
Wow.
With a quick.
Gonna be surprised when I hit her the first time too. I don't think she's been hit. Like, she hasn't been hit hard.
If you compare my fighting experience, it's huge.
I love to crush dreams, so let's go.
Oh.
Dakota maintaining balance, and look at that. Question the gameness of Skatisi.
Beautiful.
Look at this touchdown here.
Oh, nice right hand. Beautiful on the ball. Beautiful tap.
Oh, we might not see 2,000 if it does. I think the doctor's going to step in and stop this. I don't think she's going to be able to see it. Look at that eye. Look at that eye.
Okay, so you're not happy with her to continue. Oh, that's really bad, guys.
That's the end of the fight.
These girls disrespected Dakota Ditcheva like nobody else, calling her a fake warrior. And Dakota's response? No trash talk, nothing, because she doesn't need to talk. She does her talking in the ring.
The face, the star of stars, Dakota Ditcheva right here in Chicago. Now, I know you like to be very active. Listen to the crowd. Listen to these people. They love you in Chicago.
Come on in.
Down the fence.
We're ready.
So long and rangy.
Put away.
And in that cage, she didn't just win, she silenced these girls forever, almost ending careers and proving exactly who the real warrior is. So let's start with Dakota's recent fight against Sumiko Inaba.
Ditcheva, a huge favorite in this one. Inaba has embraced that all week long and really all camp long, ready to pull off the big upset in Cape Town.
You know what separates a real warrior from a fake one? It's not the words they say before the fight. It's not the intimidation tactics at the face-offs. It's not the social media posts or the trash talk in interviews. No. A real warrior speaks in the only language that truly matters: violence inside the cage. And Dakota Ditcheva, she's fluent, but Dakota's response? Silence. No trash talk. No social media wars. No heated back and forth. Just a simple message: I'll see you in the ring.
Out of the clinch is really working for Ditcheva. She gets the turn, and then the knee finds its way to the face of Sumiko Inaba, and an elbow from Dakota.
Inaba can't take a lot of those knees.
And when that cage door closed, that's when Dakota did her talking. Not with words, with knees, elbows, punches, and kicks that left her opponents questioning whether fighting was even the right career choice. She didn't just beat these girls, she silenced them. Forever. Let's start with Dakota's most recent fight, the one that reminded everyone exactly who the real warrior is.
Honestly, I'm just very glad to be part of the card. It's been a while, so I've been building up this, I don't know what I've been building up for the last 6 months, not being able to let anything out in the cage, not being able to beat anyone up, so it's going to be coming 10 times worth this time.
In July 2025, Dakota Ditcheva squared off against Sumiko Inaba at PFL Cape Town in South Africa. This wasn't just another fight. This was Dakota's return after an 8-month layoff, her first fight since becoming Britain's first female MMA world champion. The pressure was immense. The expectations were sky high. And her opponent, she was anything but respectful.
For my career, beating Dakota would be, I mean, she's the face of PFL, you know? It's like if I take out the face of PFL, am I the face of PFL now? You know, yeah.
Sumiko Inaba, known as the Lady Samurai, came into this fight with an 8-1 record and back-to-back knockout victories. She was all chaos and pressure, a fighter with no reverse gear who charged forward with reckless abandon. Pain didn't stop her, it motivated her. She was tough, she was fearless, and she was convinced Dakota had never faced anyone like her. Going to be surprised when I hit her the first time, too. I don't think she's been hit, like she hasn't been hit hard.
But what kind of problems does she pose for you?
None. I feel like one thing I will say is these girls are going to be most dangerous now because they have nothing to lose. Like, they're coming to take everything I have. You know, I won the tournament last year. Inaba, Sumiko, she's 8-1, I think. She's no more, like, she knows what she's doing. She's been around, she's experienced, and I know that she's going to come and give everything she's got, but she's no problem for me.
That was Sumiko's message to the world. Dakota Ditcheva, the undefeated champion, the face of the PFL, the girl everyone was talking about. She'd never been tested. Not really. Sumiko believed she was the one to expose Dakota as a fraud. If I take out the face of PFL, am I the face of PFL now?
The face of the PFL, the 125-pound women's tournament winner.
The fans have been asking for me and they've finally given me a fight, so I'm excited to get back out there, and it's going to be an amazing event, you know, first time in South Africa, Cape Town, so yeah, I'm excited just to get back in there as well. Everyone that's been there to support me all these years is obviously excited to see me back in, but then a whole new kind of crowd is going to be able to watch my skill. A lot of new fans.
The disrespect was clear. Sumiko wasn't just fighting for a victory, she was fighting to take Dakota's throne, her reputation, everything she'd built. She wanted to prove that Dakota's perfect record was a product of weak competition, that the dangerous one wasn't so dangerous after all.
Dakota 2.0, dangerous coming. Don't you worry, she's not gone anywhere. She's coming back stronger. So for me, I'm getting in there the same amount of violence, if not 10 times more, because they've made me wait half a year. Honestly, I could literally fight any time of the day, any day of the week. Like, you could just put me in the cage and I'd just go for it. So for me, it doesn't really matter where it is, when it is. I'm going to be ready.
From the opening bell, Dakota set a blistering pace. She didn't wait to feel Sumiko out. She didn't play it safe. She came forward with kill shots immediately, landing crisp combinations that made it clear this was going to be a long night for the Lady Samurai. Sumiko's game plan was simple: walk Dakota down, corner her, and drown her in pressure. It's what she did to everyone else. It's what made her so dangerous. But Dakota, she welcomed it. When Sumiko pressured forward, Dakota met her in the clinch, Dakota's world, Dakota's domain. And that's when the punishment began.
Beautiful from Dakota, beautiful.
It's going to be unbelievable. Holds a record-breaking knockout rate in the cage.
Dakota's clinch game is something special. It's not just about control, it's about destruction. She locked Sumiko up and started firing knees to the body, knees to the head, elbows that sliced through the air like blades. Sumiko tried to survive, tried to fight back, but she was outclassed. Every time she attempted to impose her will, Dakota reversed her, threw her around, and made her pay. If round 1 was about establishing control, round 2 was about making a statement. Dakota came out with bad intentions. She cornered Sumiko against the fence in the opening minute and just unloaded. Elbows, punches, knees, everything in her arsenal. She was battering the Hawaiian, breaking her down piece by piece. At one point, Dakota landed a beautiful elbow, followed by a front kick to the face. Her signature move, the one that sent so many opponents crashing to the canvas. Sumiko ate it and kept coming forward. You had to give her credit for toughness, for heart, for refusing to quit. But toughness only gets you so far when you're being systematically destroyed by a superior fighter. She broke out her low kicks now, chopping at Sumiko's legs. She fired left hands to the body, front kicks to the midsection, making the Lady Samurai look like a practice dummy. Sumiko kept marching forward. You couldn't question her heart, but she was completely outgunned. Dakota ripped another combination, battering Sumiko about the head with 3 minutes still on the clock. Then came the clinch, more knees, more punishment, and that's when something happened. Dakota signaled to her corner that she'd injured her left hand. You could see her shaking it out between exchanges, testing it, wincing slightly. But did she stop? Did she coast? Did she show any sign of weakness? No. The scorecards reflected the dominance. 30-27, 30-27, 30-24. A shutout, a masterclass, a reminder that Dakota Ditcheva is above the competition. After the fight, a teary Dakota addressed the crowd. "I think I injured my left hand. I'm gutted because I've been out for so long and then I'm injured again, but I hope you guys enjoyed it." And then came the announcement that shocked everyone. Dakota had just re-signed with the PFL. A new deal, better terms, more fights, more opportunities to prove what everyone already knows. She's the best flyweight in the world. "I have just re-signed with PFL. We've come to a great agreement, and I'm gonna look forward to the next few years together in front of crowds like this. You guys really set a standard." It died in the cage, just like every other trash talker's hopes and dreams when they step in there with Dakota Ditcheva. Because here's the truth. You can talk all you want outside the cage. You can call her overrated, inexperienced, a fake warrior. You can try to intimidate her with your stare downs and your confidence and your predictions. But when that cage door closes, when it's just you and her and 15 minutes of violence, all those words disappear. And what's left? Just the truth. Just the reality that Dakota Ditcheva is different. She's special. She's the real warrior. Sumiko Inaba learned that lesson the hard way, and she won't be the last. Taila Santos just dropped a massive bombshell aimed directly at Dakota Ditcheva, claiming the championship belt already has her name on it. But Dakota's brutal response has sent shockwaves through the fighting community, and what she posted on Twitter afterwards has everyone talking. This isn't just trash talk anymore. This is personal. Stay tuned as we break down every explosive moment leading up to what could be the fight of the year. The MMA world was set ablaze when Taila Santos released her confidence-dripping statement that has everyone buzzing. Speaking ahead of her championship final against Dakota Ditcheva, Santos didn't hold back, declaring that her victory was already written in stone. Here's exactly what she said. "I know that as soon as I closed my eyes and pictured that belt around my waist, my name was already written on that check. There's no other outcome. Every moment I've been training and in every fight I have fought, I treated it as if it were the final. Now that I'm in the final, I'll fight it like the final it is, and my arm will be raised."
Então, eu sei disso, que a partir do momento que eu fechei os meus olhos, eu mentalizei aquele cinturão na minha cintura. O meu nome já está escrito naquele cheque.
Beautiful right hand there. Taila Santos is the complete package.
Não tem outro resultado. Então, com certeza, a todo momento eu tô treinando. Toda luta que eu lutei como se fosse a final. Então agora eu tô na final, eu vou lutar como é uma final. Daí meu braço vai ser erguido.
This is the kind of bold prediction that either makes you look like a genius or becomes the most regrettable statement of your career. Santos is putting everything on the line with this declaration. She's not just confident. She's claiming destiny itself is on her side. She's visualizing victory. She's manifesting success, and she's letting the entire world know that in her mind, this fight is already over. But there's one major problem with Santos's bombshell message. She's saying all of this to Dakota Ditcheva, a fighter who has made a career out of silencing people who talk too much.
That was digging deep for sure. Santos is in big trouble. She's in big trouble.
Dakota Ditcheva to the body again for a championship.
Not sure what that's all about.
If Taila Santos thought her message would intimidate Dakota Ditcheva, she was dead wrong. Dakota fired back with a response that was equal parts calculated and devastating, showing exactly why you don't want to poke this particular bear. In her official response, Dakota made her intentions crystal clear. "I'm excited for this fight against Taila Santos. She likes to talk and, not put any respect on my name. I'll just do the same as I've done the whole tournament and clear another one in the first round."
I'm excited for this fight against Taila Santos. She likes to talk and, not put any respect on my name. I'll just do the same as I've done the whole tournament and clear another one in the first round.
Let that sink in. While Santos is talking about destiny and visualizing belt ceremonies, Dakota is talking about finishing her in round 1. No elaborate metaphors, no poetic predictions, just a cold, hard promise of violence. But Dakota wasn't done. She continued, "Yeah, it feels good. I mean, I listened to so many people talking throughout this whole tournament. It's nice to get in the cage and showcase my skills and shut them up that way, because I'm not really bothered about proving them wrong. Do you know what I mean? I just kind of get in the cage and prove to myself that they're all just talkers."
Yeah, it feels good. I mean, I listened to so many people talking throughout this whole tournament. It's nice to get in the cage and showcase my skills and shut them up that way, because I'm not really bothered about proving them wrong. Do you know what I mean? I just kind of get in the cage and prove to myself that they're all just talkers.
This is the mentality that makes Dakota so dangerous. She's not fighting to prove her critics wrong. She's fighting to prove to herself that everyone doubting her is nothing more than noise. She's been hearing people talk throughout the entire tournament, and one by one, she's been shutting them up the only way she knows how, with brutal, decisive finishes. Santos might think her name is written on that championship check, but Dakota has been writing her own story in the blood and broken dreams of everyone who stood across from her.
The planet right now, fantastic strikers, veterans, future legends of the game here.
For sure.
Santos is in big trouble.
She's in big trouble.
Dakota Ditcheva to the body again for a championship.
But the war of words didn't stop there. Dakota took to Twitter to send an even more direct message to Santos, and what she posted has the entire MMA community in a frenzy. Dakota's social media game has always been straightforward and unapologetic. She doesn't hide behind cryptic messages or carefully worded PR statements. When she has something to say, she says it. And her latest Twitter post aimed at Santos proves she's not just ready for this fight, she's hungry for it.
Plum and a right hand. Oh, Dakota Ditcheva, right hand and a hammer fist. Another knockout for Dakota Ditcheva.
The response from fans has been electric. Dakota's supporters are rallying behind her, flooding comment sections with predictions of another first-round knockout. They've seen this movie before. They know what happens when someone talks too much going into a Dakota Ditcheva fight. Meanwhile, Santos's fans are defending their fighter's confidence, arguing that this level of self-belief is exactly what's needed to dethrone someone as dominant as Dakota. They point to Santos's experience, her Muay Thai pedigree, and her proven ability to handle pressure. But here's what the numbers tell us. Dakota has been backing up her words with performances. Throughout this entire tournament, she's been an unstoppable force, demolishing opponents who thought they had her figured out. Every time someone has stepped up with confidence, Dakota has stepped up with violence. This isn't the first time Dakota has dealt with an opponent trying to get in her head with mind games. In fact, her fight history is littered with trash talkers who learned the hard way that psychological warfare doesn't work when you're facing someone with the skills to back up their silence. Dakota comes from a fighting family. Her mother was a world champion in kickboxing, and that warrior mentality has been passed down. She doesn't fight for validation or approval. She fights because it's in her blood, and she fights to prove that actions speak louder than words. So what does all of this pre-fight drama mean for the actual championship final? Everything and nothing at the same time. On one hand, mental warfare could play a significant role. Santos has clearly adopted the strategy of projecting absolute confidence, trying to plant seeds of doubt in Dakota's mind. She wants Dakota to question herself, to feel the pressure of expectations, to crack under the weight of the moment. From a technical standpoint, this is a fascinating matchup. Santos brings legitimate Muay Thai skills, aggressive forward pressure, and the experience of fighting at the highest levels. She's not just talk, she has the credentials to back up her confidence.
Nice pressure by Santos. Right back to the takedown.
Very nice. It's got to be psychologically disheartening to get put right back down there.
In wrestling, that was the way we mentally broke you.
Exactly
right when you thought you got up, we take you right back down. You do all that work to get back to your feet, and now you're right back in position.
She slapped on the rear naked choke quickly and squeezes it out for a 6-point finish.
Dakota, on the other hand, has youth, momentum, and an undefeated record that speaks volumes. Her striking is crisp, her timing is impeccable, and her ability to adjust mid-fight is exceptional. She's proven she can handle aggressive pressure fighters. She's proven she can deal with mind games. And most importantly, she's proven she can finish fights when it matters most. The question isn't whether Dakota can rise to the occasion. She's already done that repeatedly. The question is whether Santos can actually deliver on her bold predictions, or if she's about to become the latest cautionary tale in the Dakota Ditcheva story. What we do know is this: one of these fighters is going to look like a prophet, and the other is going to look foolish. Santos has declared that her name is already on the championship check. Dakota has promised to clear another opponent in the first round. Someone's words are about to age like fine wine, and someone's words are about to age like milk in the desert sun. This is shaping up to be one of the most anticipated finals in recent memory, and it's not hard to see why. You have Taila Santos, brimming with confidence and declaring that destiny has already chosen her as champion. And you have Dakota Ditcheva, the silent assassin who has built her reputation on making talkers regret their words.
Aggressive, Danny. Very aggressive. Good hands as well, but
tell you, Georgina, it's a very strong girl too, Vinny.
Good knee, that from Ditcheva.
Straight through the centre, yep.
Ditcheva's on a mission here, my friend. Really is. Looks very strong.
Yep, a little bit over each other in the clinch there, Vinny, and those look good on the outside as we're starting here. Push kick to the face, followed by hands.
Class head there. Good push kick there from Ditcheva, setting up good hands as well.
Georgina van der Linden, known as Dakota 2.0, sent a massive bombshell message to Dakota Ditcheva before their June 2014 showdown. The Dutch fighter declared she would destroy Dakota and her hype and put an end to her rising career. Georgina van der Linden wasn't just confident, she was supremely confident. In multiple interviews before the fight, the Dutch kickboxer made it crystal clear that she saw Dakota Ditcheva as nothing more than hype waiting to be exposed. "I will destroy Dakota Ditcheva," Georgina declared in Dutch media. "When I step into that ring, her career is over. She's never faced anyone like me before. They call me Dakota 2.0 for a reason. I'm everything she is, but better."
In mijn hoofd, voordat ik de partij begonnen was, toen dacht ik al, ja, deze partij is gewoon voor mij. Zo moet ik eigenlijk elke partij ingaan. Ga je een partij in dat je denkt, ik ga verliezen, kan je beter stoppen. Dan gaat het niet goed. Dus ja, gelijk vanaf eerste begin.
The nickname Dakota 2.0 was meant to be intimidating. Georgina believed she possessed all of Dakota's skills, but with more power, more aggression, and more heart. She promised that when she won, Dakota's career would be finished, and the hype train would come crashing to a halt. The combat sports world took notice. Here was a young Dutch fighter with an aggressive kickboxing style willing to step up and challenge one of the rising stars in women's MMA. The stage was set for an explosive confrontation. When Dakota entered the fighting zone that night, her career was genuinely in danger. One loss to a fighter like Georgina could derail everything she'd been building. The pressure was immense, but Dakota remained calm and focused, ready to let her skills do the talking. While Georgina was busy making headlines with her trash talk, Dakota Ditcheva took a different approach. She didn't engage in a war of words or make grandiose predictions. Instead, she showed respect while remaining confident in her own abilities. After the fight, Dakota reflected on her opponent's strength with genuine respect. To be honest, she was quite a strong hitter. You know, the stuff that she'd catch me with, she was strong. So it was looking to be shaping up to be a good fight. You know, it was quite early, but still, it was going to be quite a good fight. But you know, I just caught her with a couple of good shots.
She was quite a strong hitter, you know, the stuff that she did catch me with, she was strong. So it was looking to be shaping up to a good fight. You know, it was quite early, but still, it was going to be quite a good fight. But, you know, I just caught her with a couple of good shots.
This response perfectly captures Dakota's mindset. She acknowledged Georgina's power and skill, but she also knew that when it mattered most, her own technique, timing, and fight IQ would make the difference. Dakota also took to Twitter to send her own message, letting the world know that actions speak louder than words. While Georgina had promised destruction, Dakota was about to deliver a masterclass in striking, movement, and tactical dominance. When the opening bell rang, the energy inside the arena was electric. Dakota immediately took control of the center of the ring, showcasing her trademark speed and precision. Georgina came forward aggressively, throwing heavy Dutch kickboxing combinations and trying to pressure Dakota early, but Dakota's movement was too sharp. She landed clean jabs and powerful low kicks that immediately began to slow down Georgina's momentum.
Aggressive, Danny.
Very aggressive. Good hands as well, but tell you, Georgina looks like a very strong girl too, Vinny.
Good knee that from Ditcheva.
The commentators noted the contrast in styles. Two aggressive girls, aren't they? One said. By the end of the round, Dakota had already begun dictating the pace, leaving Georgina slightly frustrated and off rhythm. In the second round, Georgina came out swinging harder, determined to make a statement after losing the opener. She tried to close the distance and land her heavy shots, but Dakota stayed composed, slipping punches and responding with sharp counters.